What's going on, everyone, and welcome into Expected Bets for your go-to podcast for all things hockey betting. I am Gator Betting, joined by my two co-hosts today. We got Gretzky, Betskis, and Franco the Banker. Betskis, I see you got the Mammoth shirt on today, but we are not in the Central Division yet. We are going to break down the Boston Bruins to start the Atlantic season, or previews off. Last year, 33, 39, and 10. They had 76 points, finished dead last in the Atlantic. Damn shame. A damn shame. I want that on the record now so no one can accuse me of any Bruins hatred early. They did add some interesting pieces to this core. Victor Arvidsson, Tanner Jeannot, Sean Corelli, Mikey Easimont, Betsky. Who's going to score on this team besides Pastrnak?
Man, I don't know. I guess Arvidsson at some point is like was like a pasta light, like a carb-free pasta, if you will.
Like cauliflower, like gluten-free.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you really got to go for it. Yeah, a bunch of adjectives there.
Yeah, but man, he was not great for Edmonton. Maybe he can bounce back a little bit, and we can see Victor Arvidsson that's more similar to what we've seen in LA and Nashville. Except these injuries keep on piling up on this man.
Yeah.
Middlestat has not proven to be a 2C in this league and still has struggled to find consistency with his point production. He was brought in, two years ago, or was that last year?
2 years ago. 2 years ago, because we got rid of Cousins at the trade deadline last year, and the year before that was Middlestat.
So he's already had a full season with Boston?
Has he?
No, he was traded to Colorado
as well too.
He was on Colorado the year prior.
Last year. Okay, yeah, because I know we got rid of him 2 years ago.
Really, your main guys are. I can't believe I'm saying this. Your forward core is still Pastrnak, Pavel Zacha, Morgan Geekie, and Lindholm, I guess.
You could have stopped it.
The crazy thing is, obviously losing Marchand was the biggest blow this team had, and I think you'll see more of the effects of that this season. But Arvidsson should probably at least be able to kind of replicate Marchand's production on the Bruins of like 45 to 55 points, just because of the minutes he will get. But he doesn't bring the same two-way play, doesn't bring the agitation. This is if they can pull off any sort of goals per game outside of the bottom 10, it will be a miracle.
And to think
bottom 10 offense for sure.
And to think they could have just signed Marchand instead of bringing in all these new people.
I don't think he was going to resign. Oh, or is that the rumors?
He was for a certain price.
Yeah. It's time, though.
At some point, you have to get younger. Not that any of these pieces are that much younger.
The prospect pool is terrible.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. Overall, they're kind of barren there. I like the Higgins addition, though.
But he's going back to BC.
No, I know. That's obviously... It's obviously for the future, but I'm just saying I think he's going to be a nice piece for them. At least they have something to kind of look forward to in the next few years.
But he underperformed at BC last year with all the talent that they had. That was a national championship favorite last season. And BC has underperformed the last few seasons with all their talent, but still, Higgins was not, he was supposed to be the number one overall pick last year, unanimously.
Yeah, I know. He fell because of that, but I still think the talent's there.
And he's also a 17-year-old in NCAA and more of a smaller forward to begin with. So I'm willing to give him a pass still too. And there's going to be pressure for him to have a big season there. So we can pump the brakes on the Boston hate, Gator. But
I'm just being realistic here. Yeah. That was just a fact about Higgins. I'm not saying he's not going to turn out great, but I'm saying last year he did underperform.
At least there's reason for excitement with him.
That's fair.
Their prospect pool was barren. Now they have at least a guy with upside here that you can. We were talking about guys like Lysell and Merkelov last year as the young pieces. those aren't future like star NHL players. Hagens could be a future star.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They also bring in a new coach in Marco Sturm Betsky. The Bees failed to recruit Charlie McAvoy's father-in-law, Mike Sullivan, to the team, which would have been crazy dynamic. Any thoughts on this new head coach signing? Would it not be a crazy dynamic?
I can't imagine having my father-in-law be my boss. So no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, everything to me is just pointing that this is a team that's ready to do a little bit of a rebuild. I don't know how deep Boston and their fans are willing to go. I don't know how far ownership's willing to take this down. But to me, Sturm is like a coach that you get in the intermittent period before you have your decisions of which direction you're going. And usually that indicates you're going down. I mean, this to me, this feels like a coach that may be good for developing younger players, but they don't even have that yet.
He's set to fail. He's set to fail. I mean,
he absolutely is. This is the typical give the guy a coaching career and see how he is, and there's a good chance he's going to get cut, and then he'll.
Good luck out there with this roster.
Assistant coach for a while, and maybe work way back
a fringe NHL roster, but here you go.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You got this, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, Boston did have
I don't know how Sweeney still has the job.
No,
he has found scapegoat after scapegoat after scapegoat just to save his ass, and he needs to be the one that is finally on the hot seat.
Yeah. It's been overdue, especially with when you talk about the coaches that he's fired. He's fired great coaches.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense.
If I was the owner, I would be trading Pasta for a complete haul. I'd be. I mean, who else would you?
So, what do you do with McAvoy here? That's the other question that I wanted to get to. McAvoy had some injury issues last season, but he seems to be a core part of this team as well. Still relatively young. What do you kind of do with him if you are going to kind of do a complete retool?
That's tough. I mean, both him and Lindholm were injured for a good chunk of last season, which really hurt this team. And really, that's it. Like, you look at the rest of the blue line, and it's pretty ugly. So, I guess you run it with them this year. How old is Mac? I guess I gotta look and see how old is McAvoy.
He's same year as Keller, 2016 draft. So that would put him. He's almost
27, 30. So he's not too bad. And I don't think Hampus Lindholm's like really that old either.
No, but if you're retooling, do you want to keep McAvoy around for the next 3 years with just a middling roster?
I don't know. That's
so tough to figure out. Yeah,
that's the type of guy you kind of want to keep around because he's a good enough defenseman. Like, you just got to worry about injuries at this point. But if he can stay relatively healthy, like, he's the type of guy that kind of steadies everything as like the new players come in, younger players come up and stuff, at least in my mind. Because there isn't really anything else. I mean, you're going to get rid of him and then you have Zadorov as a top pair defenseman. I mean, that's not going to be good for anyone. Or Jokiharju.
Man,
the bane of my existence, Henry Jokiharju. Yeah, right. Also, they signed Swayman to an 8-year deal last season. That's another interesting piece too.
That's to me is the biggest. What do you do with it? Because if McAvoy wants to be a Bruin for life, he can be a Bruin for life. That's like Franco said. You're going to need some vets. He's 2 years younger than Pasta. Yeah, if he wants to be the captain and lead this team through a rebuild, have that talk with him, let him know what the plan is, and do it. The goalie you just signed is not going to get it. I mean, his stats aren't going to get any better in these next couple of years.
He struggled last season, but I mean, he's proven he's capable of the performance he's shown the year prior. So I think Swayman bounces back this year.
But
a bounce back doesn't mean he gets many wins.
Oh, correct. Yeah.
You know, and even a bounce back, like you're still going to be begging teams to look at all the underlying metrics rather than, you know, the actual performance or goals
Yeah, the
against.
record. Toss the record out.
For if you think you're going to trade this guy, the longer he is on your team, the more his value is going to go down.
And don't forget too, last year was his first season as a full-time starter. And we kind of talked about it going into last year that, you know, there is always that chance that maybe he's not as good as what we've seen. I mean, him and Ullmark basically split even over the course of that 2-year run where he looked great. And now he had his first full season and he was bad. So, like, I think he's probably somewhere in between as far as, like, what he is as a goaltender. But I don't know that he's necessarily, like, the guy that we were, you know, mostly everybody was crowning him as after those 2 seasons as a 1A, 1B type goalie. And that's the problem. You signed him as if he's a 1A, like a 1. And he might just be a really good 1A.
Yeah. Getting into some team futures, the Bruins points total is set at 80.5 on DraftKings, 79.5 on FanDuel. They're 4-1 to make the playoffs. They did have 76 points last year. Anyone taking any team futures on the Bruins this season?
The scary thing to me is Sweeney trying to save his ass, and I am not willing to take an under or over on this because of it. And I got wrecked by the Bruins 2 seasons ago when I thought they were going to be not great. Not that I thought they were going to be terrible, but I think their point total was like 98, or it may have even been 100, and it was them coming off the President's Cup regular season of all time, but they had lost
Bergeron,
thank you, jeez, and Krejci, and I was just like, there's no way they're going to be.
Yep. We were all down on them that year, and then they still managed to get in and be the same. We're a year early.
We were, but also, are they actually going to be as bad as they were last year? And I'm not sure because they had some bad injuries. The Bruins culture is, you know, I think can just win you some games outright. It is being the big bad Bruins and whatnot.
But with Marchand leaving, did the culture take a hit?
I'm thinking under, guys. I mean, under 80.
I prefer the under for sure. I have hesitation, is all I'm saying.
I'm just looking at the center depth, man. Look at the center depth and tell me this is not. I mean, Middlestad's your 2C, but then you're looking Fraser Mitten, Sean Corrali. I mean, this is. I mean, they need Poitras to be the guy, and I don't know that he is. He's the guy that needs to really kind of slot in as like the 2 or 3C, and you need to push Middlestad down to 3C, and then maybe it looks okay. But I don't know that he's ready for it yet.
And don't forget, this is a team that got leaped by 2 other teams in the draft. They should have been picking top 5. And if Sweeney was smart, and if ownership were smart, they would say, get Pasta out, get us another first. We're going bottom 5.
Yeah, I mean, you could get a haul for Pasta
and Swayman.
Yeah,
if you can get a team that Edmonton, it's just the cap space, but
Buffalo,
Utah, it's kind of Buffalo's interesting. Both have
to get a
lot
solid
of
one. Yeah. UPL and Swayman.
LA Kings is what comes to mind for me. I feel like that would be a team that could use a guy.
I don't know what they have ammo-wise. I mean, I think Utah and Buffalo could both outbid them immediately.
If Swayman would go to Carolina,
oh yeah,
do they win the Stanley Cup?
Holy shit! I mean, that's
I like
that's the move because they have tons of prospects that.
Yep.
You know, they may not have been top 10 picks, but man, those guys know how to pick deep in drafts and develop well.
Yeah. Player futures, Pasternak's regular season goal total is listed at 43.5. His points at 105. Swayman's win total is at 24.5. Swayman had 22 wins last year in 58 games played. Pasternak had 106 points last year and 43 goals. The Pasternak goal total I like more than his points, just because he is going to be that primary shooter on the power play, and I think any sort of Bruins offense on that first line is going to be run through him.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I'm not taking him though, but
no,
yeah.
And he's the type of guy that even if he gets moved, is it going to be like a Timo Meier situation where it just doesn't click right away, or they can't figure out what line to put him on? Like, it has to be the right team, and I don't know.
Where would he go? Yeah,
I know, like the Rangers, LA.
Anaheim?
I don't know.
Couldn't you just see the Rangers getting him though? Like that,
Yes.
that would be such a Rangers thing to do.
Yeah,
Totally.
I do have one player prop that I do like. Morgan Geekie, 50 plus points at plus 150 on DraftKings. He had 57 last year. He's on that top line with Pasternak. If there's going to be a line producing for the Bruins, it's going to be that top line. I think Geekie can get back to that 50 plus mark, and you're getting pretty good value on it at plus 150.
I really like that. I really, really like that. And again, this is another guy that maybe he gets moved.
Yeah. Any other props for this team?
Actually, honestly, you almost hope he doesn't, because he probably gets reduced minutes if he gets moved.
I mean, he's going to be tied to Pasta on that top line and top power play unit. 50 plus points this season.
That's the biggest point.
He should be able to hit it.
I guess now, if Pasta gets moved, that gets a little scary.
Just rip up the ticket. You gotta hope he's at like 43 at like the trade deadline, and like he needs 7 more to get through the remainder of the season somehow.
Man.
Yeah. But if they don't move Pasta, and Geekie stays on the top line and top power play unit, I don't really know who else they'd put there. I think he hits 50 easy.
Yeah.
I don't mind the under 24.5 on Swayman wins.
No. See,
it's a little scary. It's scary because of the quantity of games he's going to play.
Yep, and it's scary if he gets moved.
That's true. That too. Yeah.
I'd much rather take the win. And now the more I'm talking about this, I think the team point total under is the way to go here.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite of these.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find something else there, but yeah, I mean that's kind of scary to think about the under 24.5.
Yeah,
I mean they had 33 wins last year. Swayman had 22 of those. Years prior, he had 25 wins, 24 wins, 23 wins.
Could do the point total under and the Swayman over.
Yeah, get real crazy with it.
They are a little bit better because they don't have the same health issues, or he gets moved, and then
this is likely not a team I'm going to be betting on a lot this year.
No,
I'll put it that way.
Any other props for this team before we wrap up the Bruins preview?
What's them to win the President Trophy?
They're 100-1 to win the division.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. All right. We want to thank everyone for listening to this episode of Expected Bets 4. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video as well. You can also follow us on social media at Expected Bets 4 on Twitter and Instagram. Once more, we appreciate everyone for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya. What's going on, everyone? The NHL season is almost here, and we have something special for all the fans and bettors out there.
Yeah, right now, if you click the link in our description, you can get the full Tails package for $40 off. That is by using code SEASON25, and you can get our package that's normally $120 just for $80.
Yeah. In addition to that, you'll also get access to our one-stop shop betting guide loaded with team, player, individual team breakdowns, all the futures you could possibly want. So be sure to click that link in the description to sign up now.
Yeah, it's like ChatGTP put in an Excel sheet for you so you can rip through all of those future props. Again, Make sure you're liking and subscribing all the Expected Bets for video content as well to help us grow. And we can't wait to be smacking in some parlays and straights with you all season long.